Just Being Me Podcast. Your girl, Margot Evans. Hey y'all, it's me, Margot Evans. How y'all doing out there? I am doing my first episode today on my new podcast, Just Being M.E, Margot Evans. So if you're a little slow out there and you don't know what M.E stands for, it's Margot Evans. Hey y'all, I am so happy that I finally started my own podcast. I'm happy but bummed. So let me start off like that. I am bummed because I was a part of a podcast, Two on a Grind, if you guys remember. If not, I was on a part of a podcast called Two on a Grind, and with me and two of my other friends, and my big little brother, Michael Bear McGee, and my little big sister, Marsha. We started our podcast last year, not Just Being Me, that's me. Two on a Grind. We started Two on a Grind last year, and unfortunately, the studio that we were doing a podcast out of closed this year, so we had to go on a little hiatus. And so, as we were waiting to see what we were going to do, you know me, if you know me, I don't let grass grow underneath my feet. I try to figure out a way. So here I am. And it's Just Being Me. I created my own podcast. So, I mean, we are, like I said, on hiatus, and we might come back together. But in the meantime, I just tried to dip my toe into the podcast arena on my own. It took me a minute because I wasn't sure if I wanted to be on my own after being with two great co-hosts, somebody that can hold me down, and we held each other down, to going like just being me. But I'm gonna try it. You know, I'm the type of person that will try anything once, and I mean anything. My dad told me that. You know, we used to tell my dad, like we used to look at his food and we'd be like, and he said, don't say if you don't know what it tastes like. So from that point on, I never say or I never say that I can't do anything until I try it. And if I try it and I fail, then at least I tried, you know? So that's my motto. That's my life motto. Try it. And if you don't like it, then you don't like it. It's fine. It's all good. But anyway, so this episode is titled, Who is M.E? Margot Evans. That's me. So a lot of you guys out there may know me, and many of you may not know me. So I just wanted to get on here with my first episode, Just Being Me Podcast, episode 1, Who is M.E, to explain exactly what my podcast is going to be about, how it's structured, who am I, Margot Evans, you know, just so you can get to know me. I will be airing my podcast weekly. I haven't figured out a date yet that I'm going to have it on. I'm testing out some dates, meaning days of the week. I don't know if I'm going to drop it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So if you are listening to me right now, hit the subscribe button, and then you will know exactly when I drop my podcast. And you will be a regular listener, and I really, really, really would appreciate that. Let me tell you a little bit about me, because I am a comedian, and I will make you laugh. I'm about to say, I hope I make you laugh, but I know I will. So that ain't even a question. But I am a comedian. I was born and raised in South Central LA. Whoop, whoop. I know some people that know me like, you wasn't in South Central. It's close enough, damn it. I claim South Central LA. Okay. I was like one or two blocks from Inglewood, but I'm from South Central. I'm from South Central LA. I'm 46 years old. I'm not old. I feel good in my skin. Um, and I love living life. I love making people laugh. I love and enjoy talking. As you can see, this podcast is like the perfect thing for me. I like talking to myself, so that's another good thing for me because I'm in here by myself talking. So I know I'll get a little bit more comfortable as the episodes go on. It is kind of weird. Honestly, I'm being like so true. Even though I like to talk and I have all this time to talk, it do feel kind of odd not having my co-host with me interrupting me and not allowing me to speak. And I know y'all out there listening, so you know, I know you guys saying, "Bitch, now talk. You can say everything you want to say." No, I love them. So I really just wanted to create this podcast to give myself a relief and find different ways to make people, the world, laugh. I am a stand-up comedian. I've performed in all of like the major comedy clubs in Los Angeles, and I'm gonna get it together. I'm not gonna be smacking my lips on this podcast, but bear with me. I'm just trying to figure all this stuff out. But yeah, I have performed in all of like major comedy clubs in LA, like the Comedy Store, the Ha Ha, the Improv, Laugh Factory, Ice House, all the good ones. But I am still up and coming. I've been doing comedy for 6 years, and that is still up and coming. Like, you have to be on your grind all day, all night, in a club, out of club. Okay, but I got a life. I mean, I love comedy. I'm 46 years old. I wish I would have started this like when I was 18, when I really could have like dug deep and gritty grind on my comedy game. But I got bills to pay. And so I can't like get on the grind like that, but I'm on my grind. Like, I am up and coming, and I'm climbing up slowly, but I'm going to get there. I am definitely going to get there. So I'm going to use this as an opportunity to let you guys know when I'm having shows. I haven't done too many shows this year in 2019. Let me tell you a little something. I moved out of my apartment. I was living in Little Tokyo last year, at the end of last year, right before Christmas. And somebody broke into my car, and for the third time, I was spending some really good money at that apartment building. So I just was getting fed up that my car was getting broken into. I'm paying a lot of money for this apartment security. I'm doing quotes, secured building. So I wanted to get out of my lease. I asked to get out of my lease because I didn't appreciate my car being broken into so many times. So I'm just going to say this white lady, she told me that she tried to school me on how not to get my car broken into. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, didn't I just say I'm from South Central LA? So I know how not to get my car broken into. She assumed that I left expensive items on my seats where the burglar can see it. So that is the reason why my car got broken into. Not, white lady. It was just a crackhead who broke into cars. Don't try to school me and tell me. This is what she said. She was like, what you need to do is make sure that you don't have your expensive items sitting on the seat. I wanted to say bitch, but I was being really, really calm, and told her I didn't have it sitting on my seats. And they rummaged through my car and found my expensive items and took them. I'm born in South Central LA, and anybody born in any hood where your parents told you don't bring no expensive stuff when you go to the store. Like, say for instance, back in the day, I see Zodi's is some people have been posting Zodi's all over Facebook recently. So my mom took me to Zodi's, and I took my Simon Says. And when we get out the car, she see that I have my Simon Says with me. Do you know that I would get my fucking ass beat because I brought my expensive item out? Now I have to tuck it. I have to hide it. I have to do all kind of stuff. We know not to have expensive stuff just sitting on the seat, white lady. You can't tell somebody from the hood how not to get their car broken into. And better yet, I've been living in the hood all my life and never got my car broken into. So, therefore, you need to get some security around here is what I wanted to tell her. You need some security. So anyway, she ended up, after going back and forth with her and her trying to school me and I'm trying to go off, she came back with the answer of, well, you can, we can let you out of your lease, but you have to leave on Friday. And this was like Wednesday. And I was like, okay, we about to play these reindeer games right here. So I was like, okay, all right, let's do it. But see, what I really wanted to say, because let me tell you something. This is you learning me. I have a split personality. I have another, what did we call it? An alter ego. And her name is Shay Shay. And she don't take no shit. So I have to calm down my alter ego because my alter ego is a bitch. Like straight up, all capital letters, bitch. Like Shay Shay is a bitch. And she don't care what, who, when, why, or how. It will just come out. And I have to contain the wrath of Shay Shay. So, and that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I have to hold her down. And sometimes she gets out, she gets loose. You don't want to see her. And people have seen her. And I try my best to, keep it tame. So anyway, I'm trying to hold Shay Shay back from going off on this white lady because she said she was going to let us out our lease. But at the same time, this is like December 7th. So I just paid my rent. And you going to tell me you going to let me out of my lease, but I had to leave by Saturday or Friday, Saturday. And you just took all my damn money. Now that's some bull right there. That right there really like had Shay Shay on the edge to where she was about to punch somebody. And I'm sure that the white lady that I was talking to felt that to the point that she didn't even want to see me when I got to my apartment because I was at work talking. That's the only thing that held Shay Shay in, that I was at work speaking on the phone because I would have jumped all through that phone. Shay Shay would have jumped all through that phone. Anyway, so we moved out and we found a really nice apartment building in downtown Long Beach. They told us that it was going to be available on January 16th. So we ended up staying with family for the rest of December all the way to January, like right before January 16th, and they ended up telling us that it wasn't going to be ready until February. Well, February turned into March turned into April, and that's when I moved in. We moved in here in April. So I have been saying that I've been homeless for the past 4 months, and I get people telling me, don't say you was homeless. You wasn't homeless. I was homeless. I looked up the word homeless in the dictionary, and the meaning of homeless is without home. Now, I've worked with the homeless, chronically homeless, I can't even say it, chronically homeless population for many years. So there's a difference. I'm not saying I was chronically homeless. I maybe was smoking chronic while I was homeless, but I'm not chronically homeless. But I was homeless. I was without a home. I was without my own roof over my head. So therefore I'm homeless. And so I'm going to say that I was freaking homeless. And that's what I told the white lady. So you going to make me homeless? She was like, I ain't trying to make you homeless. I said, that's what you doing. You took my rent money. You telling me I can't get that back for 21 days. And you telling me I need to be out of here by Friday. Come on, bitch. You making me homeless. That's what you're doing. Anyway, it turned out for the best. It really did. We are finally in our new apartment in downtown Long Beach. And I was actually able to turn my one of my bedrooms into my studio. So I have created Miss M.E. Studios. And this is where I am producing my podcast. So I am so happy right now. If you can't tell, I am happy that I'm able to do this. And I am looking so forward to coming on my podcast every week and sharing with you guys my experiences and learning things and teaching things and just, doing the damn thing. I really want to get this out there to the world, everybody. So anyway, I'm not going to be long on this show. I just wanted to kind of come out and say who I am, what I do. I do have a 9-to-5 job here in Long Beach. I'm not going to say where because you ain't going to come looking for me. But I do work. I am a assistant human resource director, and I love it. I've been there since September of last year. A little tidbit about me that's really important is that in 2017 I had a stroke and an aneurysm while I was on stage doing comedy. It was August of 2017. I was doing a show. I was on stage doing my stand-up, and like right at the end of my set, everything got like super dark, and then everything went like I'm standing on the stage, and the audience went like far back, and I was like, oh my God, is it getting dark in here? And it's recorded. Like I can go back to that video and see how I looked when I was going through this stuff. But anyway, I got off stage. I finished my set. I was like, okay, let's just finish the set and then get off. So I finished my set, got off stage, and I had like the worst headache ever. You know how they say when you have the worst headache ever, you're probably having like an aneurysm. So they got me out of there. I ended up going to the hospital, and my blood pressure was super high, like in the 200s. So they rushed me to the back. They did a CAT scan. They came back to me and told me that that I had bleeding on the brain. As soon as they said that I had bleeding on the brain, I was like, okay, I'm about to die. Like anytime somebody has told me that they had an aneurysm, a friend, a family member, whatever, had an aneurysm, they died. So when they told me I had bleeding on the brain, like I kind of just froze in time. I didn't pray, and looking back on it, I just froze. Like I know God knows my heart, and He knows that if I could have prayed and said, Lord, please help me through this or whatever, that I would have, but I just completely just froze. And so they told me that they were going to rush me to surgery, and they're going to put a stent and where the bleeding, to stop the bleeding, and I had to be in the hospital for about 10 days. So went through the surgery, woke up, my whole family and my friends were there, and I just remember not being able to move, but I could see, and I was in and out, sleeping in and out, but they were still there. And it was a time. It really was. And my good friend, Marsha, my other co-host and friend and sister, she had stayed with me. I was in the hospital for 10 days, and I had a lot of friends and family that came out and visited me, and I really did appreciate everything. Like, I mean, I've never in my life been in a hospital like that. Like, I was born in a hospital. I had an outie on my belly button where where your belly button stick out. Back in the days, I had a surgery to put that in, so they tied it up and popped it back in there. But never in my adult life have I ever broken a bone, had to be in the hospital, nothing. I've never been in the hospital. I don't have any children, so I've never been in the hospital. So that was like an experience for me. And, having everybody come and see me, it really just put another perspective on my life. It gave me an opportunity to really think. And I had the pleasure of having my really great friend, sister friend, co-host, Marsha, there with me, talking to me the whole time. I think out of the 10 days, she was there for like a week. She was there like 5 days. She spent the night there with me. When I woke up, she was there with me. And I really do appreciate that, because it gave me an opportunity to have somebody there to talk to. And we actually talked. Like, we talked about what our purpose is, and we talked about what it is that we want to do. Like, I've been given a second chance to do something in my life, and what is that I want to do. And at that time, I had the revelation of I want to continue to make people laugh. It can be stand up, it can be in television, movies, this podcast, whatever arena it is where I can just get up and speak and make people laugh. That is my purpose. That is what God put me on this earth for, is to make people laugh, enjoy themselves. And that is what I am going to continue to do, through this podcast, through my stand up. Oh, and I did a movie. Okay. So after all of the, I had the aneurysm, came back home, being taken care of and everything. And so the next year had came around, 2018, and one of my comedy sisters had contacted me, Nancy Bellany, and she asked if I wanted to be a part of her movie. And I was like, sure. I've never acted in my life. Like, I never taken an acting class. I mean, when I'm on stage doing my stand-up, that's part of acting, because I do turn into somebody, it's not just me, Margot Evans. It's like Shay and Margot Evans and whoever else character I have to be while I'm on stage. But to actually act, I've never done it. I've been in plays in junior. I've been in a play in junior high school, but no, never like a script given to me and I'm like acting. But anyway, she took a chance. She took a chance on a couple of us comedians. It is a comedy / drama. It's called Saved by Grace. And we are screening this movie on this month, May 25th. At 5:30 at the Sycamore Tavern here in North Hollywood. And I am so excited. I have not seen the movie. Nancy has seen the movie. She said that is really good, and she's so happy. And I'm happy that she's happy, because this is her baby and we brought it to life. So I can't wait to see, myself and my other co-stars with me on screen. It's going to be a good time. So I'll definitely have a report on that when I come back the following week with the podcast. That is going to be really exciting. I will have information on my page here in the information section about the a screening, just in case you might want to come out. So that happened. 2017 was crazy, brought us around to 2018 and did a movie. And so now we're going to sit and see what it looks like. And I'm so happy about that. So I wanted to actually I'm all over the place right now, because I have like so much that I want to say, but not really want to say all that much. Like, I really want to get into my segments and things like that, but I'm not going to do that on this podcast. I'm going to just kind of run through how my podcast will be set up. So next week we'll be in the grind, in the thing, okay, in the real podcast. But right now I'm just rambling and I'm saying, everything that's coming to my mind, because you know what this episode is named? Who is me? Margot Evans. So whatever's coming up in my mind right now is what I'm saying. So if I sound like I'm rambling, I'm sure I do. It is what it is. This is my first episode of Just Being Me podcast, and that's what I'm going to be doing on this episode. So anyway, so every morning when I wake up, I get these cards. It's called the Teachings of Abraham Well-Being cards. I don't remember where I got these, but I think I know where I got these, and it's probably from my sister, Mama Goddess Tamiko Fraser Hines, for Tamiko's Goddess Gathering. That was a tongue tie. Tamiko's Goddess Gathering. I will talk about that like forever and ever and ever and ever. I've been a part of Tamiko's Goddess Gathering for probably about 10 plus years. And what it is an women's empowerment group of freaking dynamic ass women, like all colors, shapes, shades, hues, backgrounds, everything. Like everything under the sun when you think of a woman is in our group. And it is such an amazing see, I'm putting the G on the G because it's so amazing to have a group of women that come together and just create and make you feel just so wonderful about yourself, about each other. We support one another in our ventures, in our lives. It's just an amazing group. I will be speaking on that a lot on her gatherings. Whenever she has one, I will let you guys know. For my women listeners that are out here in Los Angeles, you gotta go. You really do. It's been like so amazing, such an amazing part of my life, and I can't even get into all that. That's a whole episode, okay? I'm gonna have Tamiko come on here because that's just a whole episode. But anyway, back to what I do. Every morning I pull one of these well-being cards. I know that I got these from her because she has her goddess cards, and I must have won this some kind of way. I know that I would not have brought these cards on my own. So I'm going to say Tamiko gave me these cards at some point in these 10 plus years. Well, anyway, I pull a card every morning. I try to remember to pull a card every morning. During our move, I found my cards and I was like, oh my God, I haven't been using these cards in a long time. So I'm going to start using them. So every morning I try to pull one. Sometimes I don't. But when I do pull a card, it always speaks to me. It is like what I need to get through my day. And if I forget to do it at the beginning of the day, I'll pull one at night, and it just gets me through my night. It puts something on my head when I sleep, and I'm like, okay, it makes me focus. It makes me create. So the one that I pulled today, it says, I am selfish enough to want to feel good. And then it has on the back of it, feeling good indicates your connection to clarity, wellness, and abundance in all good things. Feeling good is your most natural core belief. That really spoke to me because you have to be selfish in feeling good. You can't let nobody take that away from you. When it's time for you to feel good, you got to take it. You got to be selfish with it. And then I turn around and I read, it's called Acts of Faith, Daily Meditation for Color People. Uncolored people can also read this as well. It's by Iyanla Vanzant, and it's from back in the day. I had this book when it first came out. I think it said 2003, and I used to read it. It's 2000. Oh wait, do this? It said 1996. Girl, you know I can keep some stuff. Okay, anyway, it's this book of meditation is it's a day every week. It's listed by date. So right now is what, May 13th. So I read my daily meditation for May 13th, and it says, I am not a special person. I am a regular person who does special things, by Sarah Vaughan. Okay, snap, Sarah Vaughan. So it says, most of us want to be singled out, patted on the back, and rewarded for what we do. It may never happen. However, that does not mean what we do is not valuable or worthy of recognition. No one is special in God's eyes. We are all provided with the ability to do. What we have not been taught is to do good just for the sake of doing it, without pursuing rewards or recognition. When you do what you can for the sake of doing it, the reward is an improvement of the skills. When you use what you know to do what you can and someone else benefits, that is recognition. We all have a need to be appreciated for the contributions we make on the world. We must learn to recognize our own values before the world can respond to our needs. Some of us will plant the seed and never see the plant. Some of us will harvest the crop without knowing the planter. Some of us will eat the plant, paying someone else to prepare it. When the process is complete, we will all be rewarded, recognizing how special the process has been to all. I do my part. I am rewarded when others do theirs. Amen. Can I get an amen and an amen? I love these little meditations, and when one speaks to me, I won't read them every week, because this is just my own little personal thing. But when one of my meditations and my cards speak to me, I will share with you guys and in depth, let you know how those cards spoke to me. And I really do appreciate the people in my life that give me little trinkets and things to read and do, just to keep my sanity and keep my mind going. Okay. Anyway, jumping into what my segments will be. So I have a segment that is called, well, let me back up. So I will always do an intro. I will give you guys, a hello, how you doing? It's Just Being M.E podcast, and, tell you guys about my week and what's going on and whatever. And I will ask you guys to email me, to chat with me, send me notes and letters and things that you want me to, maybe topics that you may want me to talk about. I will have all of my information in the information page, but my email is, all of it's really easy. Just Being Me, Margot Evans @gmail.com. And then my Twitter is @JustBeingMe_E. So @JustBeingM_E_. Facebook is Just Being Me, Margot Evans. And my Instagram is @JustBeingM_E. So I'll have all of that information in my on the podcast page. So I'll give you guys information. We'll do a wrap up of what my week was in my intro. And then I have a segment called News. News. So in that segment, I'll do whatever top news stories. I will not do a lot of politics unless it's something that gets on my nerves. Right now, in this political climate, I can't stand, I'm sorry, and I'm saying it all over the airways, and I hope he don't come get me, but that dude in the White House with the orange hair, I just can't with him. And I used to actually really like him as a person. I mean, I didn't know him, so let me not even say I liked him as a person, because who he is really who he is. We didn't know that's who he was. You know what I'm saying? So I liked the persona of him on TV when he had that show. You're fired. I can't even think of the name of it because he just tainted his whole, my mind on him. But I won't do any politics unless it just something that speaks to me. And I'll do, news stories, entertainment, interesting stories. Like I'll say, for instance, with the Kim K, Kim Kardashian is going to be an attorney at law. Huh, really? What are your thoughts on that? I know a lot of people are not cool with the Kardashians, which it don't matter because none of us know their ass anyway. So I don't even know what the whole debate is. And, I like them, I don't like them, I care, I don't care. I know after the Jordan Woods situation and how they treated her, whatever. That's not our life. That's not our life. I do watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I like aspects of the Kardashians, and there's aspects that I don't like about them. I thought it was a really interesting story about Kim wanting to become an attorney. Her dad was an attorney. When you look beyond all the other bullshit that people try to spew out about the Kardashians and just try to focus on just like the person, could she do it? Probably. It turns out that she is going through the baby bar. I hate hearing that said. Going to the baby bar. She is going through the process of going to take her baby bar or whatever. But this whole thing is a part of a show that she's going to be hosting. It's like some investigations show. I don't have that paperwork. You can look it up because I really wasn't going to talk about that, but I was just letting you know. Those are the kind of stories that I'm going to be talking about. And again, if it's something like that's like serious in the news, definitely I will touch upon it. But most of it is entertainment news and interesting stories that I may come across during the week. Then I'll have a segment called Reality. Reality. So it's not that many rereads, okay? It's reality. And so what that is a recap of my favorite reality shows that I watch. Now, I watch a lot of reality shows, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but I just want to share my take on whatever reality shows that I'm watching, because it's funny to me. And I talk to the screen, and I talk to them all the time. It's a reality show that I know that is very scripted, that is very scripted. You know, they just trying to do outrageous stuff to get ratings and people talking. And some of it is real, you know, some of them really, you know, have situations with each other. But for the most part, it's for entertainment, and, you know, I'm entertained, so I watch it. So now I'm going to utilize all these hours of watching reality shows and recap them with you guys. So I watch all of the like major ones, like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like I told you, Black Ink Chicago in New York, all of the Real Housewives of everybody, Atlanta, Beverly Hills, all the people, Braxton Family Values, Little Women, LA, Atlanta, Hustle and Soul, all the whole franchise of Love and Hip Hop, Summer House. I just finished watching Portia's having a baby. She had her baby, Pilar. I'm glad that's over though. I like Portia. Portia's funny. Married to Medicine, Atlanta and LA. Really didn't like the LA one. It's probably something that's going to have to grow on me. Once I start watching one episode, I just feel like I have to watch the rest of it. So I had watched the first episode of LA, and I just kept watching it. I mean, it didn't do anything for me. I'll give them another. That was their first time. It was the first time. People are doing extra, and I don't know. It was just boring. I like the one that was. I like Atlanta. I like them. But we'll see. I know they'll be back, and I'll be watching, so it doesn't even matter. So I'll do a recap on that. And then I have a segment called Flavor in My Ears. So that's my music segment. Now, I love music. I really do. At one point in my life, I wanted to become a singer. Like, I really thought that I could blow, and I wanted to go on Star Search and be noticed and be seen, but that never happened. So I just love music, and I've listened to music from, I guess, the day that I was born all the way up until I don't listen to all genres of music. I listen to mostly rap or R&B or neo soul music. I don't do country and like heavy metals and alternative or classic but I will say, if it comes across my ear, like if I just happen to be listening to something or something just hit my ear where it's like flavor in my ear, that is the music that I am going to just showcase on my show. Like, I'm let you guys know, hey, listen to this. It might be something new. It might be a new artist. It might be an old artist. It might be something that I heard that just was flavor to my ears. My ears said, that's good. And then I'm going to share it with y'all. I know I'm crazy. And I'm going to stop smacking too, because I know that's probably annoying, because it's annoying me. Anyway, I have another segment called Just Being We, W-E. That doesn't stand for anything. It's just being we. That is the segment that I would have people come in, interviews. I'll interview with comics, of course, entertainers. I'll have individuals that talk about, different things. It might be an entertainer, might be an actor, it might be a comedian, and they can tell me how to bust out of my up and coming and be a star. Singers, whatever, it's just whoever comes across my path that I feel that is entertaining and somebody that you guys may want to listen to, I will pull them in here and we'll do an interview. And that will be my Just Being We segment. I would have a Just Being Well, WELL. That's my wellness segment. So that's usually probably where I will read my well-being cards and my meditation, and then have a discussion about wellness. One of the things that I'm going to talk about, or my first topic, is creating a life routine. Ever since I finally moved into our place, I've been trying to create my life routine. Like I told you, I am 46 years old and I don't have a routine. I just do. Right now, not even right now. I don't really remember having a routine since I was under my parents' roof. You know, you're doing their routine. They're, telling you what time to wake up, what to put on, what to eat, what time to go to bed. When you go to school, you're in the school routine, what classes to go to, what time to do it, recess, lunch, whatever, you under their routine. But then once you turn 18, you don't have a routine. You have to create your own routine so that you can create your successes. You can create your life. You can create for yourself. And that's something that, I won't say I never. Let me not say that. I'm not saying never, because I have created a routine, but nothing that I stuck to. When you do a routine, you're creating a habit, and I have not created that habit yet. So I'm going to speak a little bit about that next week on the podcast on my Just Being Well segment. And, I would love for you guys to chime in on that segment. If you have some comments or you have some tips or anything and you want to just let me know prior to next week, I will read it on air. I'll not say your name if you don't want me to. But if you do, I would appreciate that. You can email that to me at Just Being Margot Evans at Gmail, or Just Being Me, Margot Evans at gmail.com. And we can have a discussion. What I would like, and I'm stealing this from Wendy Williams, is that you guys are my co-hosts. Like I said, I had a co-host before, but I would really love for you guys, the world, whoever's listening to me, to be my co-host. And when the opportunity presents itself and a topic hits you, I would like to hear from you. Just send me an email or get on my Twitter or my Facebook or my Instagram and let me know what's going on. I would like to have conversations with you via social media or email or however. So that's one of my topics that I'm going to be speaking on in my wellness segment. And that is one that really hit home with me when I was in the hospital, is just really creating my routine and to create my purpose. What routine am I going to do to help create my purpose or flourish my purpose? Another routine that I started was working out. I'm working out. Okay. I have to sing it because I don't like working out and I have to make it sound fun. Like white people. I love white people. Okay, don't get me wrong, because I do love white people because they're planners. No, okay, wait. Okay, I'm going into my joke. Okay. Anyway, when white people work out, they look so happy when they're running down the street or they're working out in the gym and they have the little headphones on. They look so freaking free and happy. So I'm trying to channel my inner white person, and I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I know I ain't white. I ain't trying to be white. I'm just saying that's what I need, is to channel my white person. That's what I need. That's what I see. So I need to channel my white person to where I'm happy when I exercise. Okay. I know black people exercise. I know there's some black people that's happy when they exercise, but I don't see too many black people that's happy when they exercise. I see more white people that's happy when they exercise, or Asian people or other people. But anyway, I want to channel my white. I want to channel my white girl with my headphones on and my dolphin shorts running down the street with my ponytail, okay? And I'm feeling like free and I'm listening to my shit and I'm just enjoying this jog. That's what I want, okay? So don't come for me. That's all I got to say. Don't come for me unless I call for you, in the words of Kenya Moore. Anyway, so that was the Just Being Well segment. I will be talking about all that kind of stuff, healthy stuff, and creating my routine and whatever. Again, if you have any topics that you want to share or want to hear in that segment, just hit me up. And then the last segment I'll have is Ask M.E. Who's me, Margot Evans. So it's a Ask Me. Just send letters or emails or Instagram or anything that you want me to talk about, and I will read it on air. You know, if you have a problem or a situation that you want me to help you with, I'm really good at that. Now, this is who is M.E. M.E. and all my friends and family can attest to this. I will help your ass out. Now, I maybe need to take my own little, thing that I tell you to do. But no, really, I like to talk, obviously, because this was only supposed to be like a 30-minute little, hey, who is me, and say who I am, and I'm already like 46 minutes in. So anyway, I like to talk and I like to help. I am a helper. That is another one of my purposes. I channel some stuff and I will tell you how to do it or figure it out or not figure it out, whatever it is. I'm a good listener. I'm a great listener. And so, if you want to ask me anything, ask me. And if I don't know, I'll find out, because that's just how I do. That is just how I do. Anyway, let me see. You probably hear me rustling papers. I will get it together next week. But that's who me is in a nutshell. Who me is. Now I sound really ignorant. Anyway, so I just want to say that I hope that you guys tune in next week. Again, if you are listening to me right now, hit the subscribe button so that you know every time my podcast drops. I'm still trying to figure out a date that is going to drop. But if you hit the subscribe button, no matter what day I drop, you'll know. Drop mean that when my podcast come on, just in case you're like, drop, why she dropping? Drop it like it's hot. No, I'm not dropping anything like it's hot until I drop some of these pounds, because if I get down, I ain't getting back up. Okay. Anyhow, so email me and I'll have all of this information in the information box. You can email me at justbeingme, Margot Evans at gmail.com. Twitter at justbeingm_E. Facebook, Just Being Me, Margot Evans. And Instagram at Just Being Me, which is Just Being M_E. Just Being Me, Margot Evans. I hope that you guys enjoyed learning who M.E is, and I really look forward to you guys sending me emails and chiming in, being my co-host. We about to do the damn thing. And I really do. I'm sending out a SOS to my Two on the Grind co-host that I really hope that we get back together soon, because I do miss you guys. And now that I have the opportunity to just be me by myself, I can really do good. No. I could even do better with having my co-host by my side. I don't know. We just gelled really well. We were really good together. So I'm sending out a SOS. And once I get my studio all together, because really, like right now, it's one microphone in here. So it's really just being me up in here. But I'm still working on my studio, trying to get all the other little hookups. And once I do, we'll see what we create in Miss M.E Studios. I really do appreciate you guys for listening. Again, please push the subscribe button so you'll know when my podcast drop during the week. It will be a weekly podcast. I really look forward to getting emails so I know that you guys are out there and you guys posting and all that good stuff. So that is me. I'm going to take this out with a little Nipsey, Grinding All My Life. R.I.P. Nipsey.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, I'm married to this game. That's who I made my wife. Said I die alone. I told that bitch she probably right. One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Got a safe that's full of Franklins and a shoulder full of stripes. I don't know a nigga like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself. County jail fade, you can pull my foul yourself. Spot raid, swallow rocks, I'm getting high myself. Nah, and damn right I like the life I built. I'm from West Side 60, shit I might got killed. Standing so tall, they think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Wilt. 96 Impala, thug life on wheels. Up against the wall, squabble at Fox Hills. Like a motherfucking boss, ask me how I feel. Successful street nigga touching them first meals. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life.